Hi everyone! Today we are creating our procedural animations from the variables we've created while creating our movement events. After this video, so many of you guys' problems will be fixed, and our character will look much better. And basically, we are just going to create our animation BP. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and don't forget to like the video. If you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee by clicking on the link in the description. Also, if you have anything in mind, just comment down below. And let's start. First, we click on our first-person mesh, then change its animation mode to Animation Blueprint. And we are setting the Anim class ABP underscore first-person character. Then open up the ABP. We are going to start with the event graph. From try get pawn owner, cast to our first-person BP. And if it casts, promote the outcome to a variable called player ref. By the way, when your mouse is over inputs and outputs, if you get a debug box like this and you want to turn it off, just click on this box and select No Debug Object Selected. Then get our player ref, get the variables I will say, and promote them to variables crouch alpha, walk anim alpha, walk vec, walk rot, location leg vec, and dip alpha. And now promote these to variables. Lastly, get movement from player ref and promote it to variable. Get the walk vec, split it into pins, then add a multiply node and connect the pins as shown. Set the B value of the multiplier to 251. Then set the result to a variable called sprint vec. Create a rotator called sprint rot. Get the sprint rot and connect it to the rinterp2 node, and set the sprint rot to the output of the rinterp2 node. Then, for the target, get -5 times of sprint rot. Get 2 world delta seconds, 1 for the delta time and 1 for the interp speed. Divide 1 by world delta seconds. Then divide the outcome by 12 and plug the result into interp speed. So in the event graph, we just get the variables from our first-person character. And for the sprint vec and sprint rot, we get the walk variables and multiply them with some values to make the effects stronger. Now for the animation graph, first get fp underscore ps underscore idle and connect it to the local to component node. Then add transform, modify bone node. Set the bone to spine underscore 03. Set the translation and rotation mode to add to existing. Remove the scale pin. For the alpha, select crouch alpha. Click the down arrow and enable interp result. Set the translation to -2, 0, -2. And set the rotation to 0, -10, 0. Add another transform node. You can comment the timelines to keep your Anim BP more organized. Set the bone to spine _03. Set the translation to walk vec and rotation to walk rot. Remove the scale pin. For the alpha, select crouch alpha. For the alpha, select walk anim alpha. Set the translation and rotation mode to add to existing. Add another transform node. Set the bone to spine _03. Set the translation to location lag vec. Remove the rotation and scale pins. Set the translation mode to add to the existing. Get location lag vec. Split it into pins. Then multiply the x by 0.5 and 2. Add another transform node. Split the translation and rotation pins. Connect the pins as shown. Set the translation and rotation mode to add to existing. Set the bone to spine _03. Remove the scale pin. Add another transform node. Set the bone to spine _03. Set the translation's z value to -10 and remove the rotation and scale pins. Set the translation mode to add to existing. For alpha, select dip alpha. Enable the interp result. Connect the last node to the component to local node. Then connect the node to the input pose. Go to the first node. Then add the blend poses by bool node and connect idle to false. Get the movement and check if it's equal to sprinting. Get fp_ps_sprint and add the local to component node. Then add the transform node. Set the translation to sprint vec and the rotation to sprint rot. Remove the scale pin. Select walk anim alpha for alpha. Enable the interp result option and set interp speeds to 5. Set the bone to spine _03 and set the translation and rotation mode to add to existing. Then connect the pin to true. In the first part of the anim graph, we checked if we were sprinting, and if we were, we first changed the pose of our character and then played a procedural sprint animation. In the second part of the anim graph, we first add an effect on our character when we are crouched. Then we play procedural walking and location lag animations. Lastly, we fire the dip effects. Then we connect the nodes to the output. As you can see, our procedural animations are working, and all the events we've created in the previous video are now working. In the next videos, we will add weapons and animate them as well. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. You can also support me by buying coffee. Goodbye.